Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel. Wow, this is the fourth video I'm putting out this weekend, which must be a record because I don't recall putting out this many videos in one weekend. I hope you guys aren't sick of seeing me already. Anyway, this video is all about channel feedback for mid-year 2017. The first time I did this was back in January of this year, where I asked you guys some feedback about content and channel branding, and the stuff that you guys suggested have been an integral part of shaping the channel into what it is today. And I want to thank you guys so much for that support, all the suggestions, for keeping me going, doing what I'm doing here on YouTube. I remember asking what kind of content would you guys like me to focus on more, and you guys said, oh, I want to see more MMO top 10s, just focus on MMO reviews. And I've done that, and these reviews are, I guess, the biggest content here on my channel, and they're successful, I would say, and that's all down to you guys wanting to see more of that and suggesting me to do that. Second thing would be live streams. You guys said you guys wanted more live streams on the channel, and live streams have become such an important part of my review process now. The leveling streams, as I call it, every weekend, and that's become a staple content here, again, because of you guys. And the third thing is channel branding. I remember asking you guys, should I change the name from Game Reviews Malaysia? What do you guys think? And a lot of you said, why don't you go for something more personal, something that when people watch your stuff, they know it's you, rather than the channel sounding like an entity or like a magazine or something. And I changed the channel name, and you know what, the analytics don't lie. The channel has been growing, and really you guys have had a say in that. So I want to thank you guys and remind you guys that you are important to me in terms of your feedback, and I really appreciate that. So for this video, again, I'm going to be asking you guys your thoughts and your feedback for the rest of the year, the second half of 2017, and I'm going to split that into a couple of categories. The first one is content. I have just finished Final Fantasy XIV, the review, and after that I'm going to be jumping into Secret World Legends. As you guys know, that's going to be launched next week. In fact, the early access. Actually, I'm recording this on Sunday. I'm putting this out on Monday my time, so this Friday is actually the head start for Secret World Legends. But yeah, that's the MMO that I'm going to cover next. I owe it to all the Secret World players and fans on this channel, and I think I need to refresh my review for the Secret World that I have on my channel, which was made last year, so I'm committed to doing that after Secret World Legends, which would be, I would say the review should be out towards the end of July. So end of July, beginning of August, I am without an MMO to review, so that's where I'm going to need your suggestions. If you have an MMO in mind, whether it's past or present, that you'd like me to jump in, and take a good full look at it for a 10 reasons to play new player review, start suggesting them in the comment section below. I'll take everything into consideration, you guys. Second thing about content is that I've put a couple of series, I put a rain check in a couple of series. The two are Wishful Wednesdays, which was my MMO discussion series. I asked you guys to suggest a topic each week, and then the next week I'll put out that video based on the topic of discussion. The one I did was for like mega servers in Lord of the Rings Online, and the second series I put on hold was MMO store raiders. That one was a mixed bag. A lot of people liked the concept, but the execution was a little poor, and I admit it's a little poor because a lot of the times I jump in without a script. These are based on my experiences of playing those games and having seen what's in those stores. So I want to bring both of these series back, but I'm going to shake things up a bit, so that at least that will give you guys more content in between MMO reviews. Because that's one of the complaints I see, that dude, you're not uploading enough. Your channel would really grow if you uploaded more often, and I'm trying my very best to juggle work and videos together, but no excuses. I'm going to try my very best to put out as much content as possible. I just want it to be good quality. If it seems a bit half-assed, or done in a rush, or done without too much research, or just half-baked, really, I hate putting stuff like that up, and when I rewatch it again, it just makes me feel so sick, like, ugh, I did this. So that's why I kind of take some time with my content. I put a lot of effort into it, make sure it's absolutely, perfect first. I mean, it's never perfect, but you get what I mean. As long as I'm happy with it, because the biggest critic is of this channel is myself, really. Like the content, if it sucks, I usually just delete it and revisit it at a future date. So that's why I'm bringing both those series back, both the Wishful Wednesdays, which I'm gonna be renaming it to just MMO discussion, and then the topic, and then we'll go into it. I'll keep it less than 15 minutes, so it'll be at least an engaging piece of video with lots of debatable points in there. The second one, Store Raiders. I really like Store Raiders because no one's doing that sort of content here on YouTube, at least from what I've seen. So I'd like to bring that back, but in a more structured way. So if you guys have any suggestions on how to make the MMO Store Raiders a more structured piece, any feedback on that would be greatly appreciated. If you haven't seen that, you can go check it out on my channel. I've got two at the moment. One was for Star Wars The Old Republic, and the other one was for Elder Scrolls Online. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Okay, the third thing about content is basically just quality of the videos themselves. I want to know what you guys think about, the overall quality of the videos. Are you guys happy with it? Is there anything else you guys would like me to try to improve? The videos are in 1080p. I used to do them in 60 FPS because, everybody loves watching in 60 FPS, but then I got a lot of comments saying that, your videos, they render, as in they load a lot, because not everybody has fast internet speed, so people prefer watching in 30 FPS, which is why I kind of stopped rendering my videos in 60 FPS. I brought them down to 30, so at least everybody will have a decent viewing experience, instead of just catering to everyone with a fast internet and just omitting everybody else with a slow internet. So that's not going to change for some time. I'm just going to keep it at 30 FPS. Hopefully you guys can understand why I'm doing it. I want to give everybody a decent viewing experience with that. Other than that, any other quality stuff that you guys want to suggest? I mean, I'm not the best at video editing or whatever. You guys will know that my reviews are very simple. I just mash in the game videos, which has a correlation to what I'm saying in the narration, and then all those words that are just flying at you just to drive the point home. It's nothing fancy, but yeah, if you guys think there's something else I could include in there, do let me know. Moving on is just stuff like the background. I'm just letting you guys know that all these posters that you see in the background, I'm just removing all of that. I'm just gonna put a green screen. I'm gonna invest in a green screen, and what that does is that it's gonna give the live streams, or whenever I do this, talking to you guys like this, it's gonna give it a cleaner look, which something I really prefer. But I've never really committed to getting green screen, because everywhere I looked, it's been quite pricey. But I did manage to find a cheap one, so I'll experiment with that and see how it goes. In terms of other stuff like branding, logo, and everything like that, if you guys want to see something change, you guys got good ideas, any feedback on what the current ones are, do let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And finally, the last one, somebody came into one of my leveling streams. I think it was the first Final Fantasy leveling streams, and they said, wow, this is great content. Is there any way, why can't I donate $5 for super chat? And that was like the first time I ever heard of this thing called super chat. So I looked it up, and it's not available in my country. A lot of things are not available in my country, but hey, and I got another direct comment on YouTube on my channel, where a message, and someone said, love the content, keep doing what you're doing. Is there any way I can like pledge or support and everything? And those two people, I mean, they just I feel very humbled that there are people out there that are willing to go that extra mile to support the channel. It means a lot to me, because it's not something that I think about. All I think about is just making content and ensuring the quality is good, and just making sure that I do what I set out to do, in terms of putting out these reviews and helping new players and experiencing these games for myself, for the enjoyment of myself. Things like financial support, profit, and everything, it's there, but it's not the be all end all. But that has sort of made me sit down and think about what exactly do I want to do here in the long term. And the answer is obvious. I want to do this full time. Absolutely, I would love to be a full-time YouTuber, just making content after content after content, And in order for me to do that, I would have to like just quit my writing job, my freelance writing job, and at this point in time, that's just not feasible. So based on those two feedback, I'm probably gonna have to start thinking about other ways as well. I know some people have suggested to me that maybe you should think about a Patreon, and I'm considering it, but that's gonna be later in the year, because it's just not something that I am, focused on, which is, making money. I want to put out more content to help grow the channel organically first, and ensure that there's a decent amount of a base of people here watching this content, where I can have a community, a feeling of community with you guys. That's what I really wanted. But if there are people out there that want to support this channel financially, then wow, I mean, I am deeply moved and deeply humbled that you would even consider that. So yeah, I guess Patreon is something I could look into. And it's not gonna be like a necessary thing. You don't absolutely need to, because everything that I do on this channel, all the reviews, all the content, will be free of charge. That's the way it's gonna. I hate charging stuff for content on YouTube, because it's a free place. But for those that want to support, go that extra mile, then I will obviously have to cook up something awesome for you guys. But again, that's later in the year. I will announce it when it's ready, I suppose. So that pretty much wraps up this video. If you guys have feedback about anything at all, look, do more live streams and do this, do that, anything at all, please leave your comments in the comment section below. I read everything, you guys. I do. I read everything, and I take everything into consideration. That really helps me shape the channel and improve, not just as content creator, but as a gamer, as well as a person. I've had so much awesome interaction with a lot of you folks. A lot of you folks have become sort of like first name basis with me already, and that's freaking awesome. So yeah, looking forward to what you guys have to say, and I will see you guys at the next video. Again, thank you guys so much for all that you do for me here in the channel, and I really hope that you guys have enjoyed all the content and all the stuff I've been putting out ever since the first help the channel video way back in January. I just hope you guys are getting what you guys wanted, and if there's something more, do let me know. Thanks for watching, you guys.
Greetings, programs. You have reached the end screen of the video. If you want to subscribe to this channel, click the button in the middle. If you want to watch more videos, click the cards to the left or to the right. Shutting down now.